So it seems as if we haven't had one of these running backs since Chris Thompson, as the Washington Commanders been searching for a guy with some type of explosion, and it seems as if we finally got him in Ja'Cory Croskett Murray. Dare I say, the Washington Commanders have a real running back now. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career and he's already milking injuries? Like,
stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We on the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about the Washington Commanders. No disrespect, of course, have a real running back finally. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you haven't reached that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So, the Washington Commanders waited all draft long to draft running back, and it's funny because going into this draft, we thought like running back was at the top of their board. They were interviewing all these running backs. It was talks about the running back position needing an upgrade last year, but I told y'all. Go back to my video when I made Dan Quinn could be making his first real mistake. And a lot of y'all threw me out in the comment section. A lot of y'all disagree with me, but it turned out to be somewhat true. Dan Quinn said to our face that they're complacent with the running back position, that they're fine with the running back position. They liked where it was at. And that's all I tried to tell y'all. And for up until we finally took Ja'Cory Croskett Murray, that 245, that's what it was looking like because we did not select a running back. And I also want to say I would love to see how we would react it though. Although I felt like they kind of told us to our face that they were fine with the position, I would have loved to see how they would have reacted had my boy Omarion Hampton been there, because I felt like we would have took him. But he wasn't. And there were a lot of other great backs that were on the board still. You know, Bashawn Tutton was there, Quishon Judkins, second round, obviously. Other backs, but we found one in the 7th round, and there I say, let me shut up and let Adam Peters do what he do, because whether their plan was to draft the running back or not this whole time, I was thinking 1st round running back. I was thinking no later than the 3rd, and they found Ja'Cory Croskett Murray in the last 245th pick, and immediately jumping on Twitter, I have not seen one negative comment about this guy. I got on Twitter before the video and I didn't even scroll that long, but I just looked at the first couple comments, and it's all positive. It's all positive. You look at the package; he's the full package: pass pro, burst, catch out the backfield. And you want to know why this is a little bit of a very, very interesting pickup? Because he did not play last year. He played, I believe, in 1 game last year. In 2023 is where he had his breakout year for over $1,000 grand of yards, 1,000 yards, and 17 touchdowns. But last year he didn't play that much. So that's probably a reason why he didn't get drafted as high as he should have or could have. That essentially is, I would say, the 3rd guy that we drafted out of this whole draft class that you can argue and say should have been drafted higher. We know Josh Connolly Jr. could have went high, and they were super surprised that he was still there at 29. They even said Trey Amos was in the play at 29, and they got him all the way in the 2nd round at 61. And then you go around the league and they say Ja'Cory Croskett Murray only played in 1 game last year, but the season prior to that he had $1 grand. Who would have known what he would have done if he would have had a final year at Arizona and would have played in all of their games? Who knows what would have happened truly to his draft stock? So for all intents and purposes, what I'm saying is this is another low risk, high reward kind of guy. And quickly looking at his film, don't shoot me when I say this. He gives me an Antonio Gibson vibe, but better. And better from the more standpoint of a pure runner. Remember, Antonio Gibson was more of a receiver at Memphis than translated to a running back. I think it's flipped. I think he's more of a running back, but still has that ability to be a pass catcher out the backfield. And what I think is going to ultimately help him out even more is this loaded backfield that we have this season. He's the only guy on this roster that we have under contract at the running back position past this year. But this season, given the fact that he's a rookie and he got picked at 245, and he's going into a running back room with Brian Robinson on the final year of his deal, wanting to prove himself. Austin Eckler, Chris Rodriguez, Jeremy McNichols. That's 5 backs, including himself. He can learn, and he does not have to play as soon as possible, and we don't expect him to get 20, 25 carries a game. I love that for him. But ultimately, in the future, I think this could potentially be our gem, our running back that we've been hoping and looking for. You look at his raw score. You know, the raw score is the measurements that they use to determine, a NFL player, and he has one of the highest raw scores in the NFL out of this draft class in terms of physicality. So in the green, the green, a 40-yard dash, he ran a 4.45, 20-yard shuttle, a 2.59, a 10-yard split, 150. His vertical is in the green, and his broad is in the green. Now, obviously, they say his height is yellow, which means it's kind of average. 5'10" for a running back is pretty solid, if you ask me. The only thing that was in the red for him was his weight. In terms of his weight, I believe 206. I don't know if they expect him to be lighter or heavier, but in my opinion, I think 206 is right around the top, right around the good size. Maybe 215, maybe, or 200 flat. I'm not sure what they expect him to be, but he already plays physical enough at the size that he's at, in my opinion. So I think he's fine. And a lot of people looking at his tape says that his feet work are nasty, and that's one thing that we've had struggles with our running back rooms in the past, is their feet work hasn't been the best. So their vision as well plays a factor. Like, so many times Brian Robinson has missed a cutback lane and he just runs right in the back of a linebacker. Offensive lineman. It doesn't help that the offensive line hasn't been the best in terms of run blocking either. But B Rob is a north south kind of back, right? Up and down. Like, he's not nobody that's gonna give you no oomph, no juice, no make a guy miss and turn on a jet. That's not B Rob. And this is not any means no shot at Brian Robinson. Love B Rob. This is just the perfect match for him, right? Now, I don't want to say this is on the level of a Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, obviously, because that is crazy. However, that's what we're reaching for. That should be the standard. It's to try to find our own version of that. And just looking at his stats, man, he looks very, very good. And Mel Kiper, Phil Yates, all these guys are grading him high and saying he's an absolute steal that we got in the 7th round. And his rush data is all throughout the roof. Explosion, it says, pass protection is up, and just his ability to finish through contact as well. Like, this guy has it all, man. I'm watching it live as I'm talking to you, and it's just like, man, this guy is amazing. So given the fact that we took a chance on him at the last pick, this guy is going to come in after transferring from New Mexico State to Arizona. He kind of missed all of last year, so you don't know what to expect out of him. But once he gets his feet wet, once he sits behind this room, and once he gets out there, I think big things could be coming for Ja'Cory Croskett-Murray. So with that being said, let's go in the comment section down below. The Washington Commanders seem to have finally found their running back. It'd be interesting to see how he fits into this running back room. No, one of these guys aren't going to make the roster. I'm sorry. 5 backs. It's between Jeremy McNichols and obviously Chris Rodriguez for me. But 5 backs going into the main roster, I highly doubt that. But let me know check out the comment section. If you know more about Ja'Cory Croskett-Murray, leave it down below. As always, me with Juangotti. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I think Brian Robinson and Ja'Cory Croskett-Murray is going to be amazing this upcoming season. We'll see. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy out there. Peace.
Ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.